Welcome back to my kitchen, my friends. Today our video is about a delicious Brazilian beans recipe. This dish is made with the simple ingredients like beans, bacon, garlic, onions and some spices, but the flavor is anything but simple. Let's get started by cutting the ingredients. With the onion first. Do it nice and slow. As you may see on my video, I'm not a professional. I'm just doing it for fun. So you don't need to cut like perfect, smaller pieces. Do it on your way and have some fun. I'm just peeling the onion right now, removing the shell. And after, I'm gonna divide the onion in two pieces, right? Exactly at the middle. So I learned this technique on YouTube as well. So now I start like doing some cuts. It's a kind of vertical cuts, and after I'll do some horizontal cuts. It will bring like a good result. It's a kind of small pieces. It helps a lot when we start cooking. As you may see, I'm not a professional. It's not perfect, but it's working good. So that's what you need. Better than see like perfect small pieces of onions is the tasty of this recipe. It's incredibly delicious. So after cutting my onion, now we're gonna start with the garlic. Basic, I have 3 cloves of garlic. So we're gonna smash them first. Firstly, we're gonna remove the peel, right? The shell. And after peeling our garlics, we're gonna smash them, which helps you to create little, small pieces. Again, I'm doing like nice and slow using my knife. And now I can just cut in small pieces, right? I'll put all the garlic together. And nice and slow, I'll start like cutting and repeating the same action, hitting the knife on the board many times. You bring like very small pieces of garlic. It's important for this recipe when people start like tasting your beans, Brazilian beans, they might not like see big pieces of garlic on their dishes, right? So now I will repeat the same thing with the other garlics, and we are done. Let's start with the bacon, and after the sausage. I got these bacon strips. It's easy now, dividing in small pieces. So again, I'm just not in a rush. I'm doing nice and slow, and make sure everything is being cutting easily. You don't need like to do like very small pieces of bacon. So those regular and medium pieces, just 1 cut per each strip is okay. Right, now it's time the sausage. We're gonna divide the sausage in 2 parts. We don't want to get like small pieces again. We're gonna just medium pieces. Now I'm looking for the best option to cut in 2 parts the big sausage. Just be careful, don't do like me. I almost cut off my fingers. Oh, out, almost there. So after dividing the big sausage in 2 parts, now dividing smaller pieces. Like this way. Yeah, it's very easy, right? Yeah, the sausage there's no problem to leave like these pieces. It's beautiful on your dish, it's beautiful on the plate when people see like the sausage, and it's very tasty. Right, as you notice at the beginning when I started like cutting the sausage, I removed the 2 ends. So for me it's easier to divide in 2 parts without the ends. But now we won't like throw it out. We're gonna use the ends as well. So there's flavor. That's why we won't like waste our ends. Okay, after cutting all the ingredients, now I just want to show you what we are using as a bean. So this is the black beans I found at Walmart. I'll leave the link on the description of this video. Okay, after soaking for at least 8 hours, our beans are ready for the pressure cooker. Just throw them, all of them, inside of the big pressure cooker. Be very patient. And now we're gonna fill the cooker with water. So basically for 500 grams of beans, I have 1 liter and a half of water. So make sure you have like 2 fingers up of the beans in water. And before we start cooking, we're gonna throw 2 bay leaves. While the pressure cooker is doing her job, we're gonna start heating up 1 pan. I have a big pan actually, and I have 2 different fats like olive oil and butter, and I'll throw the bacon and the sausage all together for heating them up. That's what we're doing. We kind of fry them, but not that much. We're gonna just keep the tasty of those ingredients. So after throwing all the sausage and bacon, we're gonna start like stirring nice and slow. Make sure your stove is very hot and powerful. So it's very important for this portion of our recipe. But you don't want to get like any ingredient burnt, right? That's why we are just stirring and checking. So now I'll close the pan with the lid and just leave them like cooking. And I'll check them in a couple of times each 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be checking. So you see the liquid now, it's increasing the fat. That brings more flavor to your beans. So after heating all the bacon and the sausage together, I'll throw in the pan, I'll throw the onion, and be careful. You don't want to burn the onion, right? So that's why we're gonna check and stirring for many times. You know when the onions are kind of transparent, so that's the appearance or the texture you want to see on your onions. So after throwing the onions and getting the right point, we're gonna throw the garlic. The garlic is the last ingredient we're gonna throw in the pan. So basically I left the pressure cooker for 30 minutes cooking my beans, right? Now we're gonna take out all of our beans and throw in the pan with the other ingredients. Just be careful, I almost burnt myself and I was taking the pressure off. I love this sound, it's amazing. So look what we're gonna do right now. So basically I'll bring just 1 spoon of beans and I'll mash them to use the bean stretch. It helps thicken the broth. You see, I'm just mashing them. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna stir a little bit after smashing all the beans. Alright, that stretch helps a lot thicken the broth. Now I start like throwing all the beans with all the ingredients. We are almost done with our recipe. But first let me remove just the bay leaves. We don't want to use those ones. Yeah, let's keep throwing all the onions in the pan, right? Nice and slow. We're gonna use the broth as well of these beans. Just trust me, it's so tasty, it's incredible. So if you notice, I did not use salt. I won't use salt till the end of this recipe. We're gonna taste it. We're gonna check if the salt is okay. As we have bacon, we have sausage, right? They're very salty, that's why we're not using. So I'm putting now very new bay leaves. We're gonna use them, and now I start like tasting and controlling my recipe with the salt. Just 2 portions, like 1 teaspoon salt, and I'll taste it. I think it needs a little bit more. I'll put 1 more teaspoon salt. Stirring a little bit more, and I'll taste. Before I finish, I'll taste 1 more time. So now it looks so tasty, isn't it? Please trust me, this recipe is the most tasty thing you're gonna share with your family and friends. Cook it, taste it, have some fun. See you next time.